There's not really much point in this. Yes, Sherlock is a big popular TV series beloved by millions, but last year I made a review about the special episode, and well, let's just say if I posted up adverts on the inside of my eyelids, or rang up the Samaritans and this time mentioned the channel name, I could easily double the number of views it got. No one cared, so why should I? So a quick recap, because for some reason I still do care. Last year's Victorian special was worse than a diagnosis of HIV. I mean, it wasn't at all. But you don't know that, you didn't see my review. It's just for some reason after looking back at the review, I pussyfooted around a lot. I've no idea why. So to redress the balance, I'm going to say that last year's special was forced so incredibly far up its own arse that the only things even remotely visible were all the crayon drawings of Badminton Cucumber Patch and Martin Freeman blowing each other that exist for some reason. You know me, I love to be the dissenting voice, but in the case of last year, I really wasn't, was I? Come on, even you most loyal fans must admit. You may love the pet, but it still shat on your rug and humped your dad's leg. Naughty Sherlock, bad Sherlock, stop licking your own balls as a way to tie together the metaphor. The most infuriating thing was I love Sherlock. The way the storytelling informs the mystery is joyously interesting, and the mysteries themselves are always entertaining. Martin Freeman is a charming screen presence, and despite the fact I appear to be the only viewer in the world that doesn't want to fuck him, I do appreciate Benedict Columbine Snatch's decent acting. My hopes for this series had an initial leap when the opening montage of the previous story didn't include a single mention of the Victorian special. That makes me really hopeful for the quality, but kinda shits in everyone's mouth when you tell them that their 2-year wait was worth dick all. Series 4 goes back to being 3 original feature-length episodes teasing an overarching story. Episode 1 was forgettable, and I'll prove that to you. Apart from the final, shall we say, plot event, what happened in the rest of the episode? I have no idea, and I'm the self-appointed voice of the people. Episode 2 revolves around a charitable national treasure with a grip of fear over a hospital he has keys to. Wow, I wonder what that's a reference to. Oh, he hides in plain sight, does he? It seems in this case subtlety was written with 50 exclamation marks on the side of the Challenger. Things pick up when the series-long story kicks in, and overall it is likeable as an episode because of some decent Sherlock moments courtesy of Brandy Snap Crinkle Flaps. All this leads to the 3rd episode, and although it isn't a great idea to further whittle an already embarrassingly small number, but spoiler alert, I guess. So last year, Sherlock, played by Bloody Diarrhea Giant Haystacks, outright told the audience that Moriarty was dead. Didn't stop them dangling him in front of us like a shiny toy, although there's no getting around the fact that the brief segment with him in reminds us of the happy times when our unpredictable psychopaths had some levity. In place of him we have Sherlock's sister, who constructs moral choices to torture Sherlock. Note how I said choices and not mysteries. Come on, it's not like this is Sherlock or anything. Oh dear, how embarrassing. The episode is well put together and has some great moments, apart from the last 5 minutes where we get to hear a pep talk from a proud head teacher. The problem is, it just isn't anything like Sherlock. Maybe if the whole episode was spent looking for Euros in London, solving her choices on the way without realising, and around about the time they have to talk to Molly they realise they're just being manipulated simply to observe their emotions. If a loud, stupid, aggressive and untalented cunt like me can come up with these improvements, maybe you should spend a little bit more time on your story and a little bit less time pandering to the subset of fans who write stories about Martin Freeman and Blender Clit Underpants playing prostate ping pong with one another. Yes, this is the point where I say I still enjoyed myself, it just could have been better. But you all know I'm right. And at this point, either there'll never be another series, or there'll be another one that tries to outdo itself on scale. It's weird that I'm not more angry about it, but I can't really get worked up. Something like this is just someone erratically driving a car with no regard for their fuel levels. Sure, eventually they'll splutter to a halt in the middle of nowhere, but it's not like Celebrity Big Brother. That's someone purposefully crashing into an orphanage whilst on fire.